AWS Ground Station, Revolutionizing Satellite Data Processing in the Cloud. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. Introduction: Revolutionizing Satellite Data Accessibility with AWS Ground Station. Satellite data has long been an invaluable resource for various industries, from weather forecasting and environmental monitoring to telecommunications and defense. However, the traditional methods of accessing and processing this data have often been complex, expensive, and time-consuming. AWS Ground Station is changing the landscape by providing a fully managed service that allows users to control satellite communications, process data, and scale operations without an extensive ground infrastructure. This podcast will explore how AWS Ground Station simplifies satellite data processing and empowers organizations to leverage this data effectively. Getting started: setting up your AWS environment for Ground Station. You must set up your AWS environment before you can start using AWS Ground Station. Here's a step-by-step guide to get you started. Create an AWS account. If you don't already have an AWS account, sign up at AWS free tier. IAM roles and policies. Configure identity and access management, IAM, roles and policies to ensure secure access to your AWS resources. AWS Ground Station Console. Navigate to the AWS Ground Station console to begin configuring your satellite communications setup. Configuring Ground Station, setting up mission profiles, ground stations, and security. Configuring AWS Ground Station involves several vital steps to ensure seamless satellite data acquisition and processing. Mission profiles. Define mission profiles, including satellite ephemeris data, contact schedules, and antenna configurations. Ground stations. Select the AWS ground stations you will use for satellite communication. AWS has a global network of ground stations from which to choose. Security settings. To protect your data and communications, implement robust security measures, including encryption and secure access controls. Automation. Automating data downlinks for efficient data collection. Automation is critical for efficient satellite data collection. AWS Ground Station supports automation through the following features. Contact scheduling. Automatically schedule satellite contacts based on predefined mission profiles. Data downlinks. Automate data downlinks to specified S3 buckets for seamless storage and access. Lambda functions. Use AWS Lambda to trigger data processing workflows when data is received. Data processing. Leveraging AWS services for comprehensive satellite data processing. Once your satellite data is downlinked, you can leverage various AWS services to process and analyze it. AWS Lambda. Trigger serverless functions to pre-process and format data. Amazon S3. Store raw and process data securely and cost-effectively. Amazon SageMaker. Utilize machine learning models for advanced data analysis and predictions. Amazon EMR. Process large datasets with Hadoop and Spark. Visualization. Transforming processed data into actionable insights. Visualizing satellite data helps in deriving actionable insights. AWS offers several tools to transform your processed data into meaningful visualizations. Amazon QuickSight. Create interactive dashboards and reports to visualize your data. Amazon OpenSearch Service. Use OpenSearch to analyze and visualize log data. AWS IoT SiteWise. For industrial data visualization and monitoring. AWS CLI commands. Managing AWS Ground Station with command line interface. Managing AWS Ground Station via the AWS CLI provides flexibility and automation capabilities. Here are some essential AWS CLI commands. List ground stations. AWS Ground Station. List ground stations. Describe contact. AWS Ground Station. Describe contact. Contact ID. 3. Create mission profile. AWS Ground Station. Create mission profile name, contact duration, seconds duration tracking, config arn tracking, config arn. 4. Reserve contact. AWS Ground Station. Reserve contact satellite, IDI satellite. AWS Ground Station name, start time, end time. Conclusion: empowering organizations with satellite data through AWS Ground Station. AWS Ground Station is revolutionizing how organizations access, process, and leverage satellite data. By providing a scalable, cost-effective, and fully managed service, AWS Ground Station empowers businesses and research institutions to unlock the full potential of satellite data. Whether for environmental monitoring, disaster response, or scientific research, AWS Ground Station simplifies satellite data processing, making it accessible and actionable. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.